Welcome to Unscripted Buzz. In today's video, we're diving into a tense moment from Silo Season 2, Episode 7, Literally. As Juliette takes the plunge into the waterlogged depths of Silo 17, fans are left wondering, could the Bens be a real threat to her survival? And what does this mean for her future in the series? Let's break it all down. In Silo Season 2, Episode 7, a brief mention of the Bens, also known as decompression sickness, occurs just before Juliette dives underwater, sparking concerns about her potential vulnerability to the dangerous condition. When Rebecca Ferguson's Juliette arrived at Silo 17, her primary goal was to craft a functional suit to help her return home. However, her mission shifted as she grew closer to Solo, who sought her help in draining the water that had flooded his silo. Initially resistant to Solo's pleas, Juliette eventually agrees to assist after empathizing with his plight. She plunges into the flooded depths of Silo 17, repairing its drainage pump to prevent rising water levels from threatening Solo's living space. Later in the episode, after completing her task, Juliette is forced to ascend rapidly to the surface, only to discover that Solo has mysteriously vanished. While she appears unaffected initially as she searches for him, the rapid ascent raises concerns that decompression sickness could soon take its toll on her. The tension builds as viewers are left wondering whether Juliette's daring dive will have lasting consequences. Severe cases of the bends can lead to death for divers. In Episode 7 of Silo Season 2, Juliette finds herself oxygen-deprived when her makeshift breathing tube malfunctions, forcing her to make a desperate dash for the surface. Before she dived underwater, Solo warned her to ascend slowly to avoid a life-threatening condition known as the bends. Officially called decompression sickness, the bends occur when bubbles form in the body due to a rapid change in pressure. This can happen if a diver ascends too quickly, causing nitrogen in the bloodstream to form bubbles as the surrounding pressure drops. These bubbles can cause intense pain, dizziness, chest tightness, and in extreme cases, death. The condition is named the bends because the pain in the joints from these bubbles often forces the sufferer to bend their body. While Juliette shows no signs of the bends and appears to be fine once she reaches the surface, the danger may not be over yet. Juliette may not have symptoms of the bends right away in Silo. As the central character of Silo, Juliette's death from the bends after her underwater ordeal in Episode 7 seems unlikely. However, the show's brief mention of the condition suggests that she could eventually experience its symptoms. Though she appears fine by the end of the episode, the absence of immediate symptoms does not mean she's out of danger. The effects of the bends can take hours or even days to manifest, and Juliette could soon face complications like difficulty walking, dizziness, and confusion. Meanwhile, the episode ends with an apparent attack on Solo, setting Juliette up for another major challenge in the next episode. Once she navigates that crisis, she'll need to return to Silo 18 to prevent her people from making impulsive decisions following the rebellion. If the bends symptoms take hold, however, Juliette could lose precious time in managing her health while trying to address these urgent problems Juliette would need if she had the bends in Silo. Decompression sickness, or the bends, is typically treated through recompression in a specialized chamber. However, it seems unlikely that Juliette will have access to such a chamber in Silo 17. Another riskier method divers use is in-water recompression, where the diver returns underwater to a depth with higher pressure than the surface but lower than where they initially dived. This method creates conditions that help dissolve the nitrogen bubbles back into the bloodstream. If Juliette begins to show symptoms of the bends in future episodes of Silo Season 2, she will have to rely on her resilience and pain tolerance to survive long enough to return to Silo 18 and receive proper medical treatment. IWR also requires the diver to breathe a high oxygen mixture to effectively dissolve the nitrogen, but Juliette lacks both the time and the necessary equipment for this procedure. As a result, she'll have to depend on her ability to manage the pain and recover on her own until she can get the help she needs.